For me, a spirituality is when you're living from spirit, when you're living from your heart, from spirit. Basically, we are the Creator created us as body, mind, spirit. So, body, mind, spirit. We are a triune being, 3 in 1. Body, mind, spirit. See, but when we are being spiritual, what that means is we are living our life towards the actual spirit aspect. For example, see the triune being, body, mind, spirit. See, body is very dense. It's very dense. For example, I always share. For example, if I just hit my arm like this, see that is very solid. That's very dense. You see. Now, the mind, see, is less dense. For example, you don't know what to hit. Like if I go like this, the mind, like you don't hear anything. See, but the mind is less dense than the spirit. Than the body. The mind is less dense than the body. Because you know that because you see it. You see the physical body is more dense. The mind is less dense because you can't see it. You can feel it, but you can't see it. And then the spirit is the even less dense than that. It's the highest vibration. It's the least dense. It's also invisible, but it's much less dense than the mind. For example, if someone the nature is very mental, when you interact with them, you realize that the people when they're more mental nature, it's kind of more awkward and more uncomfortable to be with them because the energy you can feel is more awkward compared to someone that lives resides the being resides more in the spirit, and in the spirit they're more light-hearted. There's more laughter. There's more joy. There's more lightness. There's less seriousness. There's like a lightheartedness and something joyful about that. There's comfort. You don't feel like the edgy. You say the wrong word, they get upset. It's not like that. So being spiritual means to live from spirit, from your spirit. To live from, it's like spirit sponsored. In your action, day-to-day action, it's spirit sponsored, and in your thoughts, it's spirit sponsored. Basically, your whole life is more spirit sponsored. Because of that, from that space that you're living, then automatically your whole energy field becomes very light. You become very understanding, and it's kind of easy to be around, and you have the space. To listen, to embrace other people. You have the space like that, and you have the energy to share and uplift people. You have more of these divine qualities. You have more love in your heart, the more warmth in your heart. So you can see there's a positive consequence of living from that place, from spirit. So to me, being spiritual means that, to live a life like that. It's not whether You read a lot of spiritual books, and you remember a lot of things in the spiritual books, or or you hang around spiritual people, you know. Like, I'm not even sure what spiritual people looks like, because everyone's spiritual to me, you know, like this. So, but it's more about how you're living from that place of spirit. That's all I can say.